Hello to the people. Hello to the people. Are we tightening up the graphics today? Well, I don't think that we will manage to tighten up all the graphics, is what I would say. We may tighten up some of the graphics, especially the graphics on level 3. Okay. Okay. By the way, for people who don't know what we're talking about, I know that everybody knows, but for people who don't know what we're talking about, this is an educational stream. So we're gonna educate. All you got to do is you go to YouTube and you type tighten up the graphics, and you'll find out all about it. Right? We all know about this.
Oh, hurry up, man.
Wait, do you guys have audio? Yes, right?
Boss is coming
I can't see at the same time.
in. Dude.
I need to validate that there's audio and it's full screening.
Got it.
Hey
Okay,
guys.
you do. Okay, we gotta restart.
Oh, hurry up, man. Boss is coming in. Dude. Almost got it.
Hey guys, finished testing that game yet? I've got another one I need designed.
We just finished level 3 and need to tighten up the graphics a little bit.
Great.
Hey, I can't believe we got jobs doing this.
I know. And my mom said I would never get anywhere with these games.
Call Westwood College online, 800-914-8582. That's 914-8582. Call now.
Anyway, so that's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing today. We're going to tighten up the graphics. Yes, of course it's locked. I just literally told it to do a thing. While we're doing an educational stream, we're waiting for an update. So we're going to do this other thing we like to do, which we need to do the infogram song, which we haven't heard in a long time. All right, let's do that again.
This NASCAR heat, Tonka Town, Stuntman makes my hair spin round. Beachhead transfer, Freddie 5, Unreal Tournament, test drive. Survivor, Civilization, Superman saves the nation. NSYNC Hotline, Dragon Ball, Along in the Dark, and that's not all. Rocks my world, entertainment. Rocks my world, infogram. Infogram is innovation. Power of imagination. Infogram is entertainment that rocks my world.
isn't that found?
Playing for keeps means we're here to stay. We give adventure, phenomenal gameplay. We gotta think out of the box to love and deliver magic that rocks. Rocks my world. 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 Infogram rocks my world.
Okay. So why? What is even happening? Someone fucking broke literally every bark in the fucking game and didn't notice. Can I play the audio recording? See, I was going to work on this today and now no, that doesn't fucking play either. Okay. I gotta debug this now. So let's go look. Like, I just wanted to do some work. Can't even fucking work right now. Sound catalog init. Catalog loose files. Sound catalog full path. Sound catalog path. Well, all right. Well, well, well. What is this shit? Like what is even happening? We're not running packaged. Okay, so we don't do this. So we're going to do this. We're going to do the overload with all these catalogs. Well, okay, so we're just going to put some debugging in. Wait. That might be the problem. Although no, like a lot of stuff wouldn't work if it was broken. All right, so we're just going to see, does that even fire? Let's go. Make it easier to spot. And okay, well, those are not. Those are not what we want. But we do, these are the ones we want. So did we get a catalog for that? No, let's leave it like that for now. Dude, I'm so fucking annoyed right now, guys. I also think we want to filter these probably. But okay, so we see all these. So I guess I'm just gonna try going from the other end. When we go to play this, why don't we... Did the catalog get cleared after this for some reason? All right. Or is it, did somebody add some logic? Or, well, I don't know. There's all kinds of questions. Okay. Oh, it's because we look it up. We look it up in the foreign language subtitles. And I checked in an error. Oh God, this is my fault, guys. This is my fault that I put myself on 10 minutes of debugging hell. When we fail to load the subtitles file, I just, right at the start of the stream, I checked in some edits to the subtitles file and I fucked them up. And I'm just not used to the consequences of that, or I would have just known that that was it. Okay. We got to do this. And then it'll work. We'll be back to the amazing voice actor debugging. Now, I don't know why. Like, we loaded almost everything. So I don't know why we don't just keep what we, you know. All right, so that's working. Let's check that in. And it wasn't even exactly a format problem. It's like, well, you didn't say who was speaking. Okay. So what was I even going to do? Well, I guess actually the first thing I was going to do is we're just going to look at the overworld for a bit. And we're going to maybe finally clean up some of the marker stuff. Or like there's area names for the overworld when you go to the overhead map, right? And okay, our unfog command should be giving me all of these, but it doesn't. It's only giving me the ones I touched. So we're going to have to modify the command to do that. It used to, but then we changed what entity type that is and all this stuff. Okay, so we're going to need to fix the command, but also I don't know if these are internationalized yet. They probably aren't. All right, this command doesn't parse quotation marks. Okay. So yeah, so this is not internationalized. So we need to vet all of these and put them in, we need to put the lotion in the basket, basically. All right. So we'll go to area pin, which is what these are called. Select all, but we only care about the ones we can see. So we're going to go filter coord Z -1 to 3. All right, so there's 30 of them, which seems like a lot. So we're going to do those. En localization, boy, there's a lot. Let's just go to the top for now. Okay, all of these. So we're going to do the lister panel. We're going to lock it. We're going to get this going. And we're just going to spam these. And we're going to do them one by one. Boom. Okay. These names are all temporary, by the way. So the next thing I want to do after making sure these internationalize and typing them all in and maybe dragging them around, I want to see if we can name some of them better, which might be a little bit of a spoiler. I don't know. That one's missing a thing. Okay. This is a lot of game development. Illuminated. We'll just try calling this Bard and Druid. Whoops, mirrors and light, not heroes, mirrors. Mirrors and light south. And I think on this one we didn't actually, oh, we did. Oh, this should be area G heroes 3. See, you always want to, because this file has just like a ton of stuff, you just want to get in there and okay. And this looks tedious, and it is a little bit, but like we're more than a third of the way done. And so sometimes in game development, this is just what you do. It's like, could we automate this? Yes, but it would take us longer to automate it than it would just take to do it. You know? We also need to check the marker IDs. We're going to make a little command. Primus. Do you guys like the band Primus? Sailing the seas of cheese. Dude, we didn't spam enough of them. We need more spams. The most senior people should be able to do the most junior of tasks or something. Yep. And you know what? Once in a while you hire people and you say, "Hey, why don't you do this thing?" And they're like, "What? Why should I do that thing?" And you're like, "Cuz I did it every year until now. And if I can do it, you can do it." Right? Area G Heroes Initial. My God, dude. Like some people, yeah. Some people. Some people. Okay. Okay, so we have a couple things we need to do. We need to make sure that that is getting used when we draw the overhead map. And then well, I forgot what part 2 was. Oh. Yeah, I think there's a command that I've been wanting to make forever. And we're just going to make that command as well. Because, so some of these have like broken IDs on them where there used to be a marker and we set this to that and then the marker got deleted. And so like we want a sanity check command that checks these kind of things. Mirrors in light north as yep, it does. Well, we would have caught that eventually too, but thank you. All right, so let's save this, by the way. We'll do a quick scan. Decent probability that I like failed to start one of these with area G or just failed to edit the string. So when it shows the marker ID in red, that means, oh, Heroes in Water North, see? See? Is that the one that was misspelled as well? We had problems on both sides of that transaction. Okay. Great. Great. So let's go in here and area pin, draw overhead map labels. To draw. Text is underscore I of that. All right. Duplicate key area G. Well, okay. Yeah. Oh, also unfog. Shit, I forget the file's called. Where we moved some of these commands, public commands. Okay, so when we do the unfog, the area pin used to be combined with viewgiver, and we broke it out. So enter local, activate area pin. Okay.
Not where I want to be.
Okay. Oh, we gotta take out. Oh, well, we'll just do this. We're on the overworld for the time being. For the time being, we're gonna look there. Oh, we're gonna unfog. We're gonna look. Okay, so that's all the current areas. So I think we're sizing the box incorrectly. That's thing one. Because we're sizing it based on the label. So we need to go look at that. And then we can move some of these. So for example, the Heroes and Mirrors pin there is wrong. But I bet if I'm a betting man, I would bet that that's one of the ones with the deleted marker. In fact, I almost guarantee it. Is it this one? No. Oh my God. So for some reason, I wanted that to be way up there. Not really the right place. We did move some stuff around. Okay. Let me grab a snack and then we'll write this other command that sanity checks all the IDs. Does anyone have questions? Any questions? Any questions? Apparently there are no questions. Wait. As you near the end of the game shipping, what are your overall reflections on developing your new language at the same time as the game? What would you have done differently? Well, the original plan was that the game was going to be a small game to prove out the language, and that was a good plan. And then I just didn't do that. So, like, having this be the biggest puzzle game in the universe probably made things a lot harder than they would have been. Why is there no link to the Steam page pinned? Because Twitch doesn't let me leave a pin up. It just deletes it every time. Do you do anything special to support gendered languages, like having a placeholder for the thing versus having a way for it to be thing male or thing female? That just doesn't come up in this game because, like, the game knows what gender every character is and whatever, right? So it's not like you make a character and then we have to adjust some dialogue for that. So there's no such problem here. Same as The Witness. Like, there's just no problem. You know, if you do a game where the player has more control over what is even in the game, then that is a issue that would come up, yeah. But for us, it's no big deal. Someone was asking in Discord about why macros don't throw warnings for missing return values. It just doesn't. There's a good reason, all right? I don't want to explain it right now. I've explained it a bunch of times. there's a good reason, it's fine. We might be able to do something about that later. It's not like it has to be that way for sure. But like, I mean, if you think about what the warning is and how it works, it should be obvious why it's not there. So I kind of get annoyed when people ask that question. I mean, I know the reason they ask it is because they make that bug and then they're like, man, I wish the compiler had helped me with that bug. And yeah, that's true. That would be great. And it just doesn't right now. And that's just how it is. If you want the short version of the answer, it's because that check gets run on functions when the function body is compiled, right? Macros don't have a function body that gets compiled. They get inserted into other code. When they get inserted into other code, that return is no longer a return, right? Because the return just returns the value of the macro. So the return gets converted into something that stuffs a value into an output location that's different from a normal return. And so then the return checking goes and looks at the composite function and it doesn't see a return there as it shouldn't, right? And so just like some stuff would have to happen and the compiler is really complicated and etc. Here, we'll pin the guest message. All right. Okay. What was I? Oh, yeah. So we want to make this developer command to check the references. Oh, well, okay, hold on. One thing at a time. Let's go fix. Let's go fix this thing. Let's just say it.text. Okay. Okay, and then oh. Okay. Let's test that. Until end of stream. Yeah, I know I can change the time till end of stream. But like it doesn't fucking let me do longer than that is the point, which is dude, that's such like postponed updates for 1 week energy. I don't know why anyone thinks stuff like that is acceptable. I don't. Do I plan to have an automatic brute force puzzle solver? No. Nope. Nope. And also, won't Nintendo sue you if you do that? Okay. So we definitely got some labels overlapping. We got some that are off center. For sure. I think we're in a debug build right now. Yeah, we are. I might want to do a release build if we're going to edit these and shuffle them around. But first, the command. The command. Na 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 na. The command. The command. I think I want the area names to be more practical. Like here it says Heroes 2 : monsters. I think we just say monsters. Because when there's a lot of labels and there's a lot of information hitting you like this, like you don't really want to be like poetic or whatever. Know what I'm talking about? Also, all of these should be lined up horizontally, like centered all completely. So that'll be step one, is to go through and center all those guys. Okay. Why defer? Why do you think every other language has defer? Why do you think C++ has defer? Why does free not just null data? Don't we get floating pointer issues? I mean, you're just asking these from a very... You're asking these from a non-systems programmer perspective, right? Why defer and why does free not null data? Well, free doesn't null data because that's two different things. And we're giving you orthogonalized functionality. Like, why would you... Like, if you're not a systems programmer, it won't make sense to you. And that's fine. I'm not going to explain it right now because, you know. Where did we land on intrinsic SIMD insert stuff? We're going to do some kind of like ISPC style scenario, but it's just not figured out yet. Okay. Anyhow, let's go do this developer command. This is going to be a slow command. Scan all entities for PID slots and verify they are valid. Okay, so who strings. We want to copy who strings. Because it's essentially the same thing. Okay. Except we don't care about selecting things. So it's not an editor command. Okay. So if we want I think it enum. All right. Let's go. We're going to do that. And we're going to do that. Zero is valid. Okay. And then other is find manager ID. If not other, log error. Found an invalid ID on whatever slot, whatever the item dot name. All right. Copy this. Let's copy this. We're going to do any sort of bundle or more expensive version or any of that sort. Well, so we're working with a publisher on this release and we just haven't talked about that. So I can't really, I don't know. I do not know. All right. Sanity IDs. Oh, we forgot to mark it. Command. No, don't Alt F4. I know I said Alt F4. Don't do it. Don't do it. Why not just be explicit at the end and where you want to free or execute code? Because often you'll have a function with many exit points, right? Return is a keyword in this language. The function has 17 places where it could return, and you want to make sure something happens before you return. How would you do that? $17 returns one. Dude, I have some functions with a lot more than 17 returns. If you think 17 returns is a lot, we kind of work in different fields. All right. Oh yeah. Sanity is okay. That didn't work like at all. Let's just print out what the info. We might, if it's an enum, we might boil it down to the integer or something. I don't know. If item.name is equal to map label marker ID, no check-in log. So that's just going to be a temporary. Help us figure out what's going on. Will there be any place in the game that I could have more control on the camera? Yes. Yes. You could have more control on the camera. Okay, so item info. Yeah, okay, so we set it to integer. So let's expand metadata item. Okay, wait. Let's just check. That's a type is a U32. Yeah. So if a type. Okay, wait. Actually, this might be fine. Hold on. I was confused in thinking it was an enum for some reason. So PID info is a variant, right? So in metadata, do we check for variants? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Cool. And so then here we're just going to say item.orig info. Do this again. Why is it needed to pick up a map item? Well, sometimes we give it to you right away. It's game design, bro. It's game design. Okay. Why am I loading this in the editor? Sanity IDs. Hey, we're actually sanitying the IDs now. Okay. So now we got to get rid of the spams. You know what? I do want to select these, actually. Let's go put this in the editor commands. Because when the IDs are wrong, you then want to be able to fix them. So we're going to say this many errors found. Count. I kind of want to nap. We might nap and come back later. I'm feeling nappy. Well, not. I don't know what that means actually, but you know. Nope. No. Compile. So are you asking about defer because it was in some book that someone wrote? Because if the book doesn't explain why you want defer, that doesn't sound good to me. Doesn't sound good to me. You should always explain what things are for and why people would want them, because it helps people understand why that programming language feature is the way it is. All right, sanity IDs. 19,000 errors found. That's not right. Well, I must have put my count plus equals 1 in the wrong place. Indeed, that's how many things we checked. There were, however, these errors, and now we can. Okay, so now we're gonna take a couple minutes, make a release build, because it's just a pain in the ass to edit the overworld in a debug build at this point, because there's a lot of entities, and the rendering for the editor is not as fast as the rendering in the game, because you don't assume that entities are locked down positionally and stuff. It explains it in a brief footnote on GitHub doc that was linked. That doesn't, okay, that doesn't sound good. Yeah, a lot of the time I'll take a little 15 or 20-minute nap, usually earlier in the day than this. And then once in a while it turns into an hour. And then it's like, all right. You would just sleep for 4 hours minimum. Yeah, well, that's how it is sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm going to take a nap. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to keep going until this is done, which it maybe almost is. Then I'm going to nap. Well, we'll take the W. Then I'm going to nap, and then I'll come back and do some more stuff. So I want to, this was some Well, we can finish laying out these labels, and then I want to do just a little bit more story related programming. Just like entities that fire off story barks that currently don't, and whatever. Um, if you go for 40 minutes, I don't know how you go for 40 minutes versus 20. Like, I wouldn't set an alarm for a nap because that's just going to countermand the niceness of the nap. So, I just go to sleep for the nap and then we see how long that is. Dude, this is such a cool game. Such a cool game. Okay, sanity IDs. I actually wonder if we already had a sanity IDs command. Well, actually, okay, so some stairs are broken. Rip. Anyway, let's fix those. All right, so platform ID is that other end ID. These are both don't have a platform. Where the fuck I am? Where the okay, so does this just not this elevator just doesn't work? This elevator probably just doesn't work. Got edited to death. How has our playtester been doing this if the elevator doesn't work? Is there any reason for an indie dev to not want to stream themselves making a game? Yes. There's all kinds of reasons. First of all, if you get a big audience, then people will copy you with a shitty version of your game. And that's not that fun. In fact, that can be very aggravating sometimes. Take it from me. No, don't take it from me. Okay, this one's broken as well. What the fuck happened here? How has our playtester been getting around? Could he like not even get in there? Or do we like fix up the elevators on load? I don't even know. All right, so let's rerun this command. Freezer. Oh, lol. Okay, well, this is a change that we literally just made. That should be the same as everybody else here. So that's that. Oh, wait. No, just that. Wait. Wait, what was this set to? 777. Very sad. 110.769. Why is this set to OR gate when it has only one? Because it used to have more than one. Let's turn that off. Let's wait, 110.769. Wait. Why did I put the totally wrong thing here? I don't know. And then these things all look really poopy, but let's at least kind of try to get a gold color on it for now. Boom. Okay. The elevator does work. It just throws an error when you step on it. Okay, well, hopefully the error will be gone. All right. Sanity IDs. Now we're down to the area pins. Find. Okay, so this one is Mirrors and light north? Oh, right. North. Yeah. Mirrors and light north. North. The war in the north. Okay, so I mean, maybe we want a special marker for these, but for now, for this one, we use this green bean over here. Mr. Green Jeans. Right, where is it? There. So we're gonna continue to use Mr. Green Jeans. Okay, so this guy, I mean, we'll move these around in phase 2, but this area is mirrors and light. So mirror, mirror, mirror on the wall. Mirror. Wait, no, that's Zapper. Okay, I guess it's just here. It's just here. Right, there's no mirror there. So it's literally this. And maybe we'll move that around. Okay, okay. This one. Oh, wait, we gotta set the ID. Boom. Okay, second one. Skipping stones. Oh, that's why it's fucked. It's off center because we don't have a marker for it. We're going to do that one. While we're doing this, this reminds me that all of the markers want to be, for this middle column, want to be at x equals 80. 20 years from now on Jeopardy, when they ask you what is the x coordinate of the center of the map in order of the sinking star, you could say it's 80. Okay, that one, I guess we're using a blue scroll sometimes. We could do that. Do that here. What? Why did it disappear? All right, oh, because we don't, yeah, all right. All right, whatever. Gonna do a blue scroll. X equals 80. This one's not at x equals 80. I think somebody thought that was a pickup. Maybe it was me. These are not pickups. Hey, you want to play 52 pickup? Okay, so this one, this fourth one is off the map, so we're not going to worry about that right now. This one is mirrorable mirrors. Let's get a blue. Let's get a blue baddie. Blue baddie. Okay. Okay, the center ones are centered now. Of course, there's a little bit of overlap. Let's just fix a little bit of overlap. We'll take the W, I'll take my nap, and well, let's fix a couple things. Okay, Heroes and Stones East should just move north a little bit. The East and West should come in. They shouldn't be that close to the edge of the screen. All right, let's do these one at a time. If I can frickin' find the things. Map label marker ID. Is it in the wall? It's in the wall. We'll try 4 squares, three squares. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it might help. Where's... We'll do 4 on that one. Right. Maybe Heroes and Stones West should be lined up with Antipode, but Antipode maybe should be south. Maybe they should match there. Heroes and Stones East seems fine. Stones Illuminated 3 should probably be in the middle of the little area because it's got this horizontal stick. Mirror Isles kind of wants to go east a little bit and north. Heroes Duplicated wants to go south a couple. Does anyone know where I could find some sailors? Does anyone know? Okay, here's, oh. So, okay. We're going to come back. We're going to nap and come back. So this is centered, and we would like it to be that the box is centered at the marker, the gray box behind the text. And that's not how it is. It's like that's where the text baseline is. So we're going to want to change that before we really do any more layouts. And then it should be easier to think about and stuff. What's the expected playtime average? 500 hours. All right, we're going to take the W so far. This has been good progress, and we're going to nap, and then we'll come back. Internationalize the area pins on the overworld. Add the sanity IDs command. Start tweaking area pin positions in progress. What's the expected speedrun world second record? I don't know, like 15 seconds. It's about any expected speedrun world record is about 1.0 Rousey Carano units. Give or take. All right. We'll be back in a little while. Thanks for stopping by. We have so many viewers. I don't want to hit stop, but I feel we will do better and get more done if I just take a short nap. So that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. Thanks, everybody. I'll be back in a little while.